Previously on Big Brother International Season 3, tensions were rising as Carmen and Ray were being targeted by most of the houseguests due to their rumored Big Brother USA Season 2 alliance. However, another target continued to be talked about. Some people, including Cassandra, became fed up with Emily's obsession over Mario due to her already having a boyfriend outside of the game. This did not matter, though, because at the Nominator Challenge, Drake won and continued to target Carmen and Ray by nominating them next to a pawn in Jason. As Carmen and Ray were the obvious votes, Jason's name started coming up as someone who isn't as big of a target like the other two. Plus, with Carmen's feud continuing with Melody, many players felt it was best for their games to keep the drama going, and evicted Jason 10-6-4. Before Jason left, he found out via an ATM machine by the front entrance that he got to pick the first secret assassin of the season. Who did Jason pick, and who will win the game's first safety challenge after nominations are set? Find out on today's episode.
This is a summary and recap of Big Brother International Season 3, Episode 3. It is night 6 in the house. Everyone leaves the eviction room a bit surprised by the result of Jason going home, especially since he was one of the quieter ones in the house. Simone is one of those people as she voted for Ray. She told Telly she feels bad for Jason, probably because she's within the same boat as him as someone who is quieter in the house. Meanwhile, Emily has a chat with Mario about this being the second vote now that she has been left out of who is going home. Mario lets her know not to worry about it because the center of the drama is currently Melody, Carmen, and Ray. Emily mentions that if she were to win the next challenge, she would put those three up. Cassandra talks to Telly about Jason's point during the eviction discussion, where it seems the quieter houseguests aren't getting a quote-unquote fair chance in the game. This worries her now because she theorizes that this could start a new alliance with all the quiet people. Now let's get into some more serious gaming. Martino talks with Hannah, Florence, and B. Marie, three people who seem to be on the same line of thinking in the game currently. He tells them he feels intimidated by Carmen's alliance, and Florence feels the same after failing to vote out Ray twice. They all agree to put up Carmen, Ray, and Charlie if they win tomorrow's challenge to finally split them up. Let's touch on a heartwarming moment between Melody and Cassandra. Melody tells Cassandra she understands she's upset with her but wants to repair their relationship. Cassandra of course appreciates Melody putting in the effort to speak with her, and they hug it out to remain on good terms again. Day 7. The Nominator Challenge is ready, and in this one, houseguests are going to compete in rounds. Each round, they must attempt to kick a ball out of a vending machine to earn a point. By the end, the houseguest with the most points after 5 rounds will be allowed to nominate not 3, but 2 houseguests. That's because today, someone amongst the players is the secret assassin and will be allowed to decide who the third nominee should be. After many kicks to the vending machines, the points are tallied. Roddy, Eliza, and Martino came last with 2 points each. With all 5 balls collected, we have a tie between Charlie, B. Marie, Hannah, Sammy, Crystal, Pascal, and Drake. They will compete in a tiebreaker where each round, if someone does not retrieve their ball, they are out of the challenge. In round 1, Charlie, Hannah, and Sammy get out. Round 2, Crystal gets out. Round 4, B. Marie gets out. In a duel between Drake and Pascal, Drake ends up getting eliminated in round 5, crowning Pascal the winner of the Nominator Challenge. Pascal sees the perfect opportunity to put up 2 particular people the house likely wants on the block as well. Considering that Pascal is one of the most dangerous players from his past season, he makes the easy move by nominating Mario and Emily. After Pascal chooses his nominations, everyone is called one by Big Brother for the secret assassin twist. Only one houseguest is going to Big Brother to name the third nominee. It then gets revealed that Simone is the third nominee. The houseguests do not know this, but Jason picked Hannah to be the assassin. Since Hannah knows that people will assume she got the power from Jason due to their closeness, she's trying to confuse everyone and make them think it's not her by nominating Simone, someone from her Survivor season. Back in the house, everyone is taken aback by Simone being the third nominee. Nobody saw Simone as a massive threat unlike some other people. Remember when Hannah felt like she could hide the fact she's the secret assassin? Well, Sammy tells Crystal and B. Marie he thinks either Crystal herself got the power due to her and Jason coming from the same season, or Hannah got the power because of her closeness to Jason. Crystal of course says it wasn't her, so Sammy believes Hannah is covering her tracks by confusing everyone with the nomination of Simone. Meanwhile, Simone feels a bit panicked as she has no clue who put her up. Carmen tells her she assumes Hannah won it because she's acting differently suddenly. It seems Hannah's cover might be blown. Let's check in on one of the other nominees, Mario. He's chatting it up with Ray and Charlie at the gym deck and is making it clear him and Emily are just friends in this house and not a romantic duo. Do Ray and Charlie believe him? We'll have to wait and see. It's night 7, and Big Brother announces it has a house task in store for everyone. He reveals that everyone must agree to send 3 house guests to a risk room which will either help them in the game or harm them. It's up to them if they think this room is good or bad. All they are told is that they will not return to the rest of the house guests until tomorrow's safety challenge. It doesn't take long for Melody, Charlie, and Crystal to volunteer to go in. Melody mostly volunteered hoping there's a secret power for her. However, she couldn't be more wrong because the 3 of them enter the room and find out they have to remain isolated and avoid talking with each other. If they fail, they will sit out of the next nominator challenge. Day 8. Turns out that Melody, Charlie, and Crystal avoided the penalty and succeeded in their task. Well, let's head straight to the safety challenge, where only the nominees will compete for their safety this round. This challenge is simple. The nominees have to make a drink at 2 separate bars and chug both as quickly as they can. After, they must shoot darts at the dartboard ahead and earn 6 points. The first to finish will come off of the nomination block, leaving the remaining 2 nominees to fight it out at tonight's eviction. During the challenge, Mario takes an early lead as he finishes his drinks before Simone even finishes her first. Emily is right behind him and reaches her second bar as Mario reaches his dartboard. Mario scores point after point, and once Emily reaches the dartboard stage, Mario gets his 6 points and wins the challenge, leaving Emily and Simone up for eviction still. With Mario winning safety, it obviously leaves a giant target on Emily's back because she's sitting next to a non-threat in Simone. However, she is told by Mario and Drake that they will both try to keep her around since the house is almost too comfortable with seeing her go home. Emily later campaigns to people like Martino, Eliza, and Telly so they can go to their allies and tell them to keep her another day. Her campaign is that she's not a threat like people are making her out to be. She tells them she's more loyal to them over Simone. Is this enough to save her? On the other hand, Simone feels like she has some locked-in votes, like from B. Marie, Florence, Hannah, and Cassandra. However, there's some push for her to go home tonight, especially from Mario, who is telling people it's better to blindside Simone and shift the dynamic in the house. So far, he's got Crystal, Ray, and Telly. But, are the rest of Ray's alliance convinced to keep Emily? We know that Cassandra is officially putting her foot down and voting for Emily to go despite what others tell her to do. However, Roddy is trying to convince Cassandra not to play with her emotions. He's another person who sees a benefit in keeping Emily to continue the train of getting rid of quieter people. This vote is turning out to become messy, because half the house wants Simone gone, and half the house wants Emily gone. It's finally night 8, which means it's eviction time. The discussion tonight surrounds Mario and Emily and their threat level in the house currently. Mario tries to convince people they should not be anywhere near people's threat levels. Though, Pascal and Carmen make it clear that they really should be targeted this soon. Then, Carmen drops the bomb. In an unfiltered manner, she exposes Emily for being a cheater without hesitation, claiming she has a boyfriend outside of the game and yet she's crushing over another guy in this house. Emily as a result begins to cry and tries to stomp on these allegations. Mario too defends her and says she's a very friendly person and that people love to assume the 2 attractive people in the house are hooking up when in reality they just trust each other in this game. Throughout the entire time, Cassandra looks around the room, trying to figure out what she'll do with her vote. It's time for the vote, and all 17 houseguests vote. Only Pascal, Emily, and Simone aren't voting. Results are finally in, and this is the closest the vote can get. One of Emily and Simone received 8 votes, and the other received 9. With 9 votes, it's time for everyone to say goodbye to Emily. As Emily wipes her tears, she only hugs a few people, including Simone and Mario. She then leaves without a word. See you all for episode 4.
Next time on Big Brother International. With controversial Emily out of the house, many are left confused over the close 9-8 vote. Will Simone ruin her game after name-dropping her next targets to some people? Will Carmen finally lose control over the game as the opposing side continues to grow? Find out next episode on Wednesday.
Emily's final thoughts. Emily had hope when she heard how close the vote was. Clearly, nobody expected for there to be a flip in consideration. She feels like some people secretly saw her side of the story. She claims she never had romantic feelings for Mario and that everyone misunderstood her closeness to him. She describes Mario as a brother she never had. She hopes she made people proud at the end of the day despite these awful rumors that spread in the house.